Hey, what's going on YouTube? Typical Toy Reviews is here, back. A little different this time around. I decided to change my channel name from One Wear Reviews to Typical Toy Reviews as I kind of moved away from shoes into more toys, Funko Pops, action figures, video games, new and old, antique and vintage, pretty much anything. Even still shoes might sneak in every now and then, but I was realizing that my channel is not really that focused on shoes anymore, so I wanted to broaden it to more toys, but it's still not going to be just toys. It's whatever I feel like posting, because that's what YouTube should be about, whatever the creator wants to post and what they believe will, appease their audience and what people will enjoy. So the first video under the new channel name, Typical Toy Reviews, is this right here, jumping into it a minute into the video. What we have today is a Totaku collection, Crash Bandicoot Golden Crash. Now, from my understanding, Totaku is Sony's answer to the Amiibo, probably 3, 4, 5 years late, but not bad. Now, a lot of people have made that comparison to the Amiibo, but of course these Totakus do not have any functionality outside of being a collectible figurine. But where the comparison comes into play is there's the packaging there of the Totaku, and here is an Amiibo. Now, as you can see, they both have the square front box with the name down below. It's almost exactly the same sized cards. So that's really where the similarities come from. The boxes are so identical. And I think everybody knows that, that's kind of what they're getting at. Except for this time, it has no additional functionality. So because of that, they're about $5 cheaper than a regular Amiibo. Last time I checked, well, about $3 cheaper than a regular Amiibo. Sometimes there's the new releases are $15 for Amiibos, but all Totakus up to this point have been $10 as far as I could tell. It took the longest time for them to come out. Get Bowser out of the picture here. Back to Crash, but I remember there was the first wave on GameStop.com. I think these might be exclusive to GameStop. Maybe not. I could be completely wrong, but that's the only store I've ever seen them in. But it might just be me not looking. Maybe I saw them in Target, maybe I saw them in Walmart, but GameStop seems to house the most inventory. But back when they first came out, I'm gonna bring it up close here while I'm telling this story. I think they were on pre-order for 6 months in advance, and then the 6 months came around and they got pushed back again and again. It wasn't until I think the beginning of 2018 that they came out, so over a year ago now, and it was a very small, like 5 or 6 character wave. But I think Crash Bandicoot was one of the first, and Parappa the Rappa was another one on my list, which I never ended up getting because they're really not that impressive to spend $10 on such a small figure. But as time went on, they started to come out with more and more. I think recently they came out with a couple more, and people originally thought they were going to be Sony character exclusives, but I have seen Master Chief and I have seen Marcus Phoenix, which is great because now they're expanding into Microsoft, which means the company that creates these yeah, I guess you could say Totaku is the actual company, Electronics Boutique Canada. Lost my train of thought here. They're not just Sony licenses, which was what originally everyone had thought. There are Microsoft licenses as well, which makes the possibilities endless, because obviously you have Nintendo with their own Amiibo, and now we have Sony characters and Microsoft characters. So for $10, they're not bad. They're comparable. I myself I don't have anything to use the Amiibos with. I don't care for the functionality of the Amiibo. I like the characters. I like the statues. So something like the Totaku, not having to spend that extra money is great. And I know I'm ranting a lot here. I'm going to try to wrap up this video shortly. But just kind of giving my thoughts on the whole scenario between the Amiibos and the statues. $10, depending on the price of a Funko Pop, which I have a lot of. It's pretty decent, pretty comparable. Let me actually grab a box for a Funko Pop. Here we have a regular sized Funko Pop. You can see the packaging difference. The Totaku is about an inch taller, but it's at an angle, so you can't really tell. The figure itself, I'd say it's right around 3 inches. In accordance with the scripture, I'm not going to take it out of the packaging. like most channels won't, because again, for me, I like the collectability aspect of it. Funko Pops you can take out of the box and put them back in, but these things are glued to the packaging, so I'd rather keep something like this in its own packaging. Not that the packaging is really anything special, but I think it just adds more presence to the figure rather than just having this another figure on the shelf. One more thing to point out, the Golden Crash, he's in his signature pose. I think it's promotional art from one of the games. I think the Golden Crash was supposed to be GameStop or Thinking exclusive. I did find it in GameStop here in the US, so we don't have any ThinkGeek stores around me. But I did recently notice it was on clearance. I paid $10. Last time I was in GameStop, it was on clearance, and clearance was half off, so could have got it for $5, but you never know what's going to be around. It's been out for over a year, so it's no surprise that, eventually it did go on clearance. But enough ranting and raving. This has been a review. First video back on the new named channel. Longest video I've made probably ever for such a simple product, really. But again, it was a lot of ranting and raving. I mean, you've seen the product in the first 30 seconds, but if you stayed to the end, you're a real one. Subscribe to the channel. Again, I say it in every video, I'm going to try to pump out more content. I have so many different things that I could review. It's just finding the right time when to be able to do it. All I have is an iPhone. I don't have any microphone. I don't have editing equipment. So it really just comes down to finding time in my schedule every day to make a video and then to post it and at least try to add some flair. Excuse me. So again, thank you for watching. If you stick to this part, you're awesome. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe for more. Again, I have, this is the only amiibo I have, only Totaku. I have more Funko Pop reviews are coming. I might do reviews on old Hot Wheels, Red Lines. I might showcase my video game collections, various knickknacks, older toys, newer toys, more shoes if people want to see shoes. The possibilities are endless, action figures, things like that. So again, okay, and for real this time, I promise I'm going to end the video within the next 20 seconds. Thanks again for watching, guys. It's a new year, so I look forward to 2019, and I hope I can keep up a consistent, or at least a couple videos every week, schedule and post. And that's it for this one. So thanks again for watching. Stay awesome. Have a great 2019, guys.